Okay, it's time for our second leg day of the week. Now, I'm thinking we're gonna be starting off with some hack squats today. Something I've been kind of wanting to be consistent is to incorporate Smith machine squats on my first day out of the week for quads, and then on my second day, which is today, I'll do some hack squat, which is a little bit more isolation. Now, the real reason is just because Jasmine does Smith machine is kind of fun. Honestly, last time I tried it out with her, and I was like, man, why am I not squatting enough with the Smith machine? Just because it felt hella good. So I was like, you know what? Let me actually start incorporating it again because you guys know that the Smith machine, the hack squat, is our favorite type of leg movement. I think it's like the best things that you can use. So I think it's only right that we're including at least one of each every day of the week. Or not every day of the week, sorry. I stand corrected. Every Monday and every Thursday out of the week is what I meant. But we're going to do 3 sets of hack squat is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of 45 and a quarter on each side. And then I'm thinking we're going to add the 2.5 or maybe a 5. It just kind of depends on how we're feeling. If we're feeling a little bit stronger than usual, maybe we'll throw in a 5 or maybe we'll throw in the 2.5 now. If things are feeling a little bit rough, which they sometimes can feel a little bit rougher than other weeks or other leg days, then I think we'll just do the 45 with the 25. And I think that'll be just enough. I think we'll still be able to do some pretty good damage. Now, hopefully the leg press is opened after we're done with the hack squat so we can do at least one set of leg press just because I like to include it just for funsies, and I think it's good to include maybe just one more variation of a leg press. So hopefully it's available now. They are getting an extra one and they're also getting a calf raise machine, so I don't think we're going to have that problem in the near future unless a lot of people end up signing up and then it's packed all over the place. But I don't think we're anticipating for this place to be super crazy packed all the time. But you just never know. You never know. So we're gonna do some leg press. Hopefully, if we get lucky, for one set. I'm thinking we're gonna do 3 plates and maybe a 5, just to kind of increase little by little, and then we'll just kind of keep going up from there. Now after that, we're gonna do the calf raises with those laying down. So we're gonna do calf raises with the leg press. We're gonna do 3 to 4. I'm thinking four. 4 sets should be pretty good till failure each one. And then we're gonna go move over to the leg extensions for a solid 2 sets. I think that's the sweet spot, around 6 to 7 sets total for legs, and that gives us enough room to make some pretty good damage, but also recover on time for the next time we hit it, which is also nice. I like to sometimes throw in an extra set on days like on our second days out of the week, and that's because we have a bit of an extra day to kind of recover, which is Sundays, where we don't really do anything but just kind of like an active recovery type of deal where we're still getting our 11K steps. Now, talking about steps, something that I haven't mentioned in a minute have been my morning walks. And those are still happening. Just because I'm not mentioning them doesn't mean that we're still not getting our steps. Now, the only difference now is that I'm no longer tracking the steps on my steps app. I'm just I'm just doing it here on my watch that I ended up buying to track my sleep. So we've been still getting our steps in every day. Like I've been mentioning, man, do not be skipping your cardio. And this still is a form of cardio, it's just lower intensity. And I think it's just way less impactful in terms of energy usage for your body. So you're able to exert yourself later for the gym. Now, if you were to run like a fucking marathon, let's say before you hit your session, it can get a little problematic having the energy once you're at your session. So I think a good walk is pretty good. Now you can kind of balance that by taking multiple walks throughout the day. because it kind of works on my schedule, I like to kind of just get most of my steps in throughout the morning because I wake up pretty early and I go to sleep pretty early. So I usually try to get my steps in. I usually get around 7. Sometimes I even get 9K right away. It just kind of depends on how busy I'm going to be later in that day and whether I'm even going to be able to get 10K. So we kind of have to play around with it. But on average, we're getting around 7, maybe 8K steps is usually the average, which is usually around an hour to maybe an hour and 15. But we're still striking those bad boys. Now, before we were doing around 9K, we kind of started pretty gradual. We started around maybe 5K, and then little by little, I started going up to 10K, where then it averaged out just 10K every single day at least. And now we're doing 11K every single day. And I think that should do us well. Now, the amount of calories that we're also eating are around the 3K, maybe sometimes around 3.1K is what we're typically consuming in terms of calories. Now, in terms of the macros, those can sometimes fluctuate just kind of depending on what we're eating. Sometimes the fat can be a little bit higher than other days, sometimes the carbs. It just really depends on what I end up eating that day. Now, on average, though, I want to say just from numbers on top of my head, we're for sure getting on average 200 grams of protein. We weigh around the 160 mark, around, yeah, like around the 160 mark. So we're typically getting around 20 grams of protein. And now, a pro tip, because I feel like not every single gram of protein is the same. I wouldn't say that a gram of protein from bread is the same as a gram of protein from, let's say, some ground beef. So what I like to do is I like to be really mindful of that and making sure that all of my protein, or primarily almost all of it, at least 90 to 95%, is coming from a good source like milk. It can be yogurt, it can be beef, it can be chicken, turkey, whatever it might be. Now, I would say it's not like a bad source or anything because it's more of a carbohydrate. I would say it's like bread, rice, and things like that. So, what I like to do whenever I get bread from the store, because they already have the macro breakdown in the back on the nutrient facts, I usually just kind of create my own meal on my fitness pal and I just add everything else except for the protein. That way I know that at the end of the day, all of my protein has been coming in from milk, from ground beef or meat or whatever it is, and it's from a good source. Just because I like to say that not every single gram of protein is the same. I like to be a little bit more mindful when it comes to the type of protein that I'm consuming. Now, before I wasn't doing that as much. And the way that I kind of like played around with it is I just made sure that my protein was around like 230 to like 240, just making sure that those extra grams were from at least protein. Those extra ones that don't count as much are still there. They still kind of count, but they like at least I'm getting in the ones that I need for my body weight. Now, that was a huge breakdown in terms of protein, but when it comes to carbs, we're typically having around maybe the 380 to 450 mark. That's usually the average that we're having. And then for fats, we usually stick around maybe the 65 to maybe 75 grams of fats. And that's usually what our macro breakdown looks like. And like I mentioned, it can kind of fluctuate, just kind of depends on on what I ate that day, but that's usually the average. Now, I think I started going off on a huge rant. I didn't even finish talking about what we're also doing and what I'm anticipating for the gym. I like to uh, I like to go on these tangents, and then next I forget. But I did mention hack squats, I did mention leg press, and I mentioned the leg extensions. So we're gonna do around 6, 7 sets. You can be forgetting your accessories like calves. We're gonna do those right when we finish the leg press, and then also your adductors inside of your legs. You want to make sure that it's nice and meaty in there. So make sure you're not skipping out on those adductors because they also stabilize you in your leg movements. And then after that, for biceps, like I've been mentioning, man, we are not gonna be overcomplicating biceps, man. We're just gonna be sticking to 2 movements and just making sure that we're taking every set to failure. And we're going to be doing anywhere from 6 to 7 sets, is what I'm anticipating. Now, the average reps that we typically get It's usually around the 7 to 10 mark, I would say is average in terms of reps through those sets. So we're gonna do 6, 7 sets. I'm thinking something behind the body. It'll either be a cable stack or maybe something standing. Or we also do some dumbbells, man. What I've been kind of liking right now has been the the incline, the incline dumbbell curls, man. Those have been feeling pretty good. I'm thinking maybe I'll use the EcoVision straps today to really hold the weight in place, but I'm not sure just yet. We'll see. Just because it's a bit of a hassle getting those things on, just because they're pretty long. They are pretty long. I won't even lie. But after that, we're gonna do some forearms. Now I won't be recording forearms, but we're not gonna be skipping them. We're gonna be doing 4 sets, taking them to failure. I like to just call these motorcycles. Jasmine calls them the Muse, I think is what it's called. That dance that's really popular. But I just kind of call them motorcycles. We're gonna be doing some of those, and then we're gonna be doing some of these. Now, just to not make the videos any longer than it need to be, I think we're just gonna be skipping out on those now. If you do want to watch some of the forum workout, you can just drop it in the comments, and maybe I'll include some clips in the next time we do them on Monday, and I'll include some clips of a set or two of me hitting form, so you guys can see what I like to do, or just maybe an example if you ever want to include it inside of your workout routine. But we have the pre-workout. We're about maybe I want to say maybe 10 minutes away from the gym. I think we're almost reaching the exit. It's a good thing to note that you want to take your pre-workout, and you kind of want to calculate when you're taking it at least 20 minutes before your workout, just to make sure that it's hitting you in your top set. And so what I ended up finding out just from our new routine, because we started coming to this gym maybe 2.5 months ago, or maybe like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. I have to look back at my videos, but I had to kind of reschedule my timing in terms of the pre-workout, just because we wanted to make sure that it was hitting us once we were up to our top set. But we figured out that it's better to take it right at the exit, because then it gives us time to get to the gym, because there's a little bit of traffic. And then once we kind of move over and do our top set and everything, it starts kicking in. Anyways, I'll see you guys over there. Let's see what we end up starting off with. Hopefully the hack squat is not taken, and we end up doing the hack squat, not the Smith. But if we end up doing Smith, I think we'll still be fine. I'll see you guys at the gym. Okay, let's go ahead and warm up real quick now. I usually like to start off with no weight, just so I can kind of test out how my knees are feeling. So that's usually what I end up doing. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna add a plate, and then I'll show you guys that one. Just because I don't think you guys really want to see me doing this without any weight. I think as we get closer to the top set, we'll use some of the accessories that we bought. I usually don't use them for my warm-up sets, just because they're not really needed, like the sleeves or the belt. Usually once I kind of get closer, maybe around 60%, I usually throw in the accessories just to make sure that I'm good. Because you never fucking know, right? All right, let's throw on the belt. I think we're just gonna hit it for one, maybe two, kind of get a bit of a feeler, and then we'll see. Before before my legs start sweating, I think it's smart for these. It's smart for us to pull these up, just because once I start sweating, it doesn't slide up as easy, and then you'll find me here fucking struggling to put these fucking things up. Anyways, let's stay for one or two on this warm up, and then we'll add the 25. Let's hope that this feels light. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Let's hit the 25. Okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and do our top set. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I think we can do 45 with a quarter on each side with the 2.5. Try to get maybe at least a solid 6, maybe fucking 8, instead of maybe failing around the 4th to 5th if I were to add maybe a 5. So I think that's just a smarter way to go about it. Anyways, let's hit the shit. Let's go fucking hard. I'm gonna switch the song real quick, actually, before we start up. I need 2 more. Can you get 1 more? We'll see. And we just fucking hit a PR. Let's do it. Now, for the second one, we're gonna take out the 2.5s and the 25s. Let's change thing. I think for our second set, we're gonna do 45 with 25s. I think we're gonna either match the same reps or maybe at least try to get 1 more. Maybe get 7, maybe get 8. It kind of depends. I'll go drink some water. Let's take the pump cover off. It's fucking hot. That's our fucking second one. Now, I'm fucking hoping for the best on this play with 25. Fuck. Just because on the last one, I feel like I fucking gave that shit my all to get that 6. I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you guys. My legs are already fucking shaking and quivering. And that already tells me they're not too fucking happy with the strain I'm putting them through. But what can they really say about it? We're still gonna put them through it. Anyways, I'm gonna take 2 minutes, get some energy back, and then we'll hit it for our second one. We kind of try to come a little bit earlier, so that way we kind of beat the class before it starts. Because on yesterday's video, I had to kind of mute a certain section of the video because there was music playing, I think, the weekend. So I just have to be a little bit more mindful because I, even with reducing the noise and everything, I still didn't do it. So maybe I have to just double check it before I upload, but we'll see. Anyways, I'll take maybe 1 more minute and then we'll start up. 500 pounds. I'll take us in. Let's do this one. I'm not looking forward to this. Do it. Breathing my left right now. One more. Just like that, fuck. Shit fucked me up. I don't even fucking lie to you guys. Holy shit. I think, I think for the third one, we're gonna do 22.5. There's no fucking way. Or 20 maybe. I'm thinking maybe 20. Let's put that on. Okay. This time we do I was about to say our second set, our third set. At least half of this, the hardest part is done, which is the fucking hack squat. Honestly, this feels fucking worse than leg press. I won't even fucking lie. So at least we're done with the hardest part of today's workout, to be completely honest. So we're almost done. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Anyways, I dropped down to 45 and not two plates, but 2 tens on each side. Let's try to get at least a solid 7, maybe 8. I think that should be doable. Let's hope that the leg press isn't taken once we're done with this. But we're gonna move over there after this. Thankfully, it's not too busy at the gym, so usually that leg press isn't taken too often. Okay, let's do it. Let me change the song though. Actually, before I start. Deep end. Shooter again, Connie. Let's get for sure 7. That's minimum. 7 minimum. If we get anything above that, it's a fucking bonus. Fuck, you guys are playing my lap right now. But do I want it? Put it back. Okay. It's fucking funny. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the most hardest, I think, sets I've done in a minute. I don't think it's term of the weight, but fucking mental, man. I almost felt like I didn't fucking have that last one. I almost didn't go for the last one, but we fucking did it. Let's want to some leg press. We're done here. Holy shit. If not, biggest taken. And we do some Smith for one, and then maybe some leg extensions. We'll have to see. Now, let's do our first and last leg press because we're just gonna do one of these, but then I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna do some calf raises. I usually just put my feet here, and it usually works out. After this, we'll go do some leg extensions. Or after the calf raises, so I won't be recording those bad boys. All right, let's do these 3 plates on each side. Let's try to get maybe 7, fucking 9 if we're lucky. We'll have to see. Change the song though. Riot. ASAP Rock is getting us to this. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's do some calves for 4 sets. I'm gonna go move over to leg extensions after. Now, I was going to originally do some of the adductors right before this one because this one was occupied. By luckily, by the time we finished wiping down the other section, this one became free. So we're gonna do these for a solid 2 sets. Try to take them to failure on both. Try to take them as heavy as we fucking can. I'm thinking we're gonna do. Let me move this up. We're gonna do 205. I think 205 should be good. Now, unfortunately, this thing still seems a little bit broken, so we're gonna be a little bit wobbly, which is not ideal, but I think it's fine. Okay. Let's try to get as many as we can. I did not mean to drop my phone like that, but whatever. Move back a little bit more. Fucking over the best. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I think for the second and last one of these, we're gonna do the same way, which is 205. Let's give you guys a bit of a front view this time. I'm gonna take maybe a minute to 2 minutes, and then we'll start our last one. At least we're fucking done with quads after this. And the last thing we need to do for legs is a machine right next to us. So we're almost done. We're almost there. After that, we just do biceps something, and we're gonna do the stack, not the stack actually, the dumbbell stack in front of us, which is a little bit on the smaller end in terms of weight. But just because the other side gets a little bit too packed, and it doesn't seem like there's gonna be a class right now, so I think we'll be able to use that side. These past couple of weeks, I think I've been coming around the same fucking time as the class. You guys already fucking know I have to play around with my sound so much because the music is banging too loud. Anyways, I think that's enough resting. Let's hit this one for our last one. We're gonna do 205. Fucking try our best, try to get maybe 7, maybe 8, and then all right, still seems available, so we'll do that one after. Let's do it. All right, let's do pressure. Come on. I think that's it. Just 6. There's no way. Man, my energy levels on leg days just fucking plummet so fucking fast after our first set of hacks. That shit just feels so fucking taxing. Okay, I think I'm gonna move on to the adductor. Or should I pause it? Fuck it. You know what? Let's pause it and maybe hit it for fucking 3 more. Fucking hope for the best. Let's go do a machine next to us. We're plugging that. Let's go ahead and let's do our last exercise or our last movement for today, which is gonna be fucking biceps now. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna move the seat up just a tiny bit. Feels a little low. Maybe put it right here. Yeah, man. Because I move this up too much, can't do it. Let me make sure this thing's on. There we go. Okay. Now, I think we're gonna start with 35s. I think that should be pretty good. Now, depending on how that one feels, on the second one, we do 30 or we do 25, and then we maybe stick to that, or hopefully we fucking stick to 30s. That's really what I'm aiming for. Do 35 for the first one, and then for the second one, we'll do 30s for as many as we can. Now I'm thinking for this first one, I think we're just gonna do them both hands at the same time. Fuck it. And then once I kind of get a little bit tired, I'll do one hand at a time and just kind of pump them up that way and get each hand maybe like about a second or two in between the next rep. All right, let's do this 35. Let's try to get as many as we can. Hoping for the fucking best. All right, it's on us. All right, let's hope for the best. My music also stopped playing, unfortunately. What's that? 3, 4. Come on. You thought he got those fucking 5. Man, I think on this next one, we're gonna do 30s, and I think we can stick to that. That felt pretty difficult, but it wasn't too crazy. I think we can do a solid 2 sets of 30s, or maybe 7 or 8 on the next two. I think after that, I'll either maybe just switch around and sit behind the bench, and maybe I'll just do some hammer, not hammer curls, sorry, some yeah, we haven't done them in a while, preacher curls. We'll see what we end up doing. I'm gonna drink some water. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, we're gonna take 30s first thing. Let's hope we get a solid 7 to 9. It's a rep range we're aiming for, man. I'm having the hardest time saying rep range or rep for some reason. I think putting rep range kind of together for some reason it kind of throws up my tongue. I just can't say it right. I've been kind of noticing that little by little every time I try to say rep. Okay, now I think for this one we're also going to do both hands at the same time, and then as we kind of go throughout the set, we'll maybe do one hand at a time depending on how it's kind of going, whether we can get that extra one, or maybe we need to take a bit of a pause in between the rep and just do one hand at a time. Okay, let's do these 30s. All right, wish me luck. We got it. Let's do one more with the 30s now. I think we can get another solid 7, maybe 6, but I think as long as we're keeping around the 6 to 8, I think we'll be solid. Let's give you guys a bit of a different view from maybe the corner. Man, my body's already feeling pretty fucking pumped. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's not bad. Let's do our last set now. After this, after our gym session today, man, we gotta stop by Costco and pick up a few things. I was almost debating whether to go tomorrow, but since we're already here, might as well just kind of get that over with. So we're gonna stop by Costco. I'll show you guys what we pick up. Actually, I'll show you guys right here what we ended up picking up. So I'll show you guys a picture. Here's what we picked up from Costco because we needed to re-up on a few things. Anyways, let's do this one. Let's see how it goes. Oh my God. Okay. I think that was good. Let's uh let's do some cables now. I think we're gonna bring the bench over there and do something kind of going this way. I think that'll be pretty good. I was kind of thinking about pause setting this, but I think we're pretty fucking gassed. Or maybe I should. Or maybe I will. Not I should. Let's say it for 2 more. I'm gonna take maybe 5 more seconds and then we'll start this one up for 2 more. Okay, that should be good. The tip for some of these, I don't really grab it too hard with my forearms or with my grip. I actually just scoop the weight. Then we're gonna put a little bit less emphasis on my forearms. Oh my God. Okay. That was good. Let's take the bench. Let's go do some cables. Okay. Now, we're gonna do some cable work. We're gonna do this one for 3 sets. Now, this one we should be able to go a little bit heavier. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do 50 kg or 55. It just kind of depends on what feels pretty good. But what I like about this particular seat is I can kind of put my feet against it, really push myself through, really stabilize, which is what we're looking for. Anyways, let's do 50 for our first one. Try to go hard. And then just kind of depending on how that one goes, we either move down a little bit or we fucking stick to 50. Just kind of depends. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's give you guys a different view from this side. But I think I'll do one more with the 50s. Okay. For our second one, we're gonna do 50 again now. I'm gonna take maybe 2 minutes. Go drink a little. No, I'll drink water after. After we're done, actually. I'm gonna just take 2 minutes to rest. And then we'll start up. I'm gonna switch the song real quick.
The drop set that a little bit. Let's drop to 45 kg. And shape for maybe 3 more. I'm fucking tired. I think for the last one we're gonna do just some single arm with the handle. I think that'll be good. I'm gonna give you guys a front view of that one, but I think what I'm gonna just do is hold it this way. Fucking just bring that bitch in. All right, switch. Perfect. Okay. Now, I kind of made the decision to do one hand at a time for this one, just to finish it off that way. I'm gonna start with my left because you guys already know that's my weekend, and I'll just match my right with that. Man, we're almost done. After this, we just do forearms, and then we fucking pose down. So we're fucking close. We're close. Okay. Now for this one, I'm thinking I'm gonna do, man, maybe 20 kg. I think that should be pretty good. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's good. Now what I do is just bring it in like this. Let's just sit down right. Oh man, we're done. I'm gonna sit here, maybe just do some farms going this way, but pretty much done with the most difficult part. Man, today was a fucking day. Even though it feel like it went by pretty fast, it still fucking kicked our ass. Anyways, I'll see you guys for the pulls. I'm gonna do 3-4 sets of forearms. Just hope I don't fucking die. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what kind of damage we did. I haven't done a pose down in this section of the gym just because every time we've been coming, there's been a class happening. And so we really haven't been able to use this side of the gym much just because of the timing wise. But I think maybe in the near future, we'll start doing some things with the little space that they have in the middle. Maybe we'll start doing some type of lunges. Once I feel a little bit more comfortable right now, I don't think we're going to be changing much. I think we're going to stick to the same routine, which is the hacks and the Smith for our primary movements now. Man, we still got fucking chest, triceps, and hamstrings tomorrow. And we still got fucking backs and fucking shoulders. So we still got a fucking ways to go for the rest of this week. But in the meantime, I try to get as much rest as possible. I have been telling you guys that it's important for you guys to be getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and I'm not kidding. Whenever I get a little bit less than that, I for sure know it when I'm here at the gym. Maybe it can be like an extra, an extra less rep than usual, or maybe I get a little bit more too tired than usual. That can sometimes be it. It can also depend on your hydration. So there's a lot of variables that kind of come into play to make a good gym session. So I think it's in our best interest to try to make sure that those variables are always lining up in place. So that way we have the best time here at the gym and we're kind of getting the most benefit out of it because we're not here to bullshit, you know? We're not here to waste time. We're not here to half ass. We're fucking here to put in work. So we're going to continue to do that as we continue to progress. All right, let's see how we're looking. Yeah, things are looking good. I think we've been getting really good at our last spreads. I won't even lie to you guys. Bring this down a tiny bit. Oh my god. Fucking posing down in itself. It's fucking cardio. I can hardly fucking breathe. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me take a quick breather. I will take a look at the back. Fuck. I'm so fucking tired. And we still got fucking Costco to go to, so holy shit. Okay. Okay. Let's fucking continue, man. I need to work on posing at home. I need to stop fucking playing around. All right, let's take a look at the back. Okay. Fuck me. Okay. One more look at the back, and then we'll finish off the session. Fuck. I'm sweating way too much. And the fucking sweat's getting to my eye. It's not ideal. Come on. Okay. I think that's it. That's it for today. Let's fucking go home. We're gonna stop by Costco, pick up a few things that we need. I'm thinking milk, Diet Coke, Gatorade Zero, and then yeah, I think that's it. Honestly, no, I'm pretty sure there's more than that. I just can't fucking think about it right now. Anyways, I'll show you guys what we picked up earlier. I think what we're doing biceps, what we picked up from Costco. So if you want to take a look at it, look at the earlier clips. Anyways, I'm gonna head out of here. Can't wait to get fucking home, eat something. The Wendy's are waiting for us too. Now, I think it's the first time I say the word Wendy's, and that's the nickname that I have for my cats. And you're gonna see me calling them Wendy's now that it seems like it got out of it got into the vocabulary now. So we're gonna go check on those Wendy's, play with them a little bit, maybe let them out into the hallway, and then eat something. I'm thinking today we're gonna do some chicken strips, some of that sesame, no, not sesame, sorry. What is it called? Parmesan. That Parmesan sauce that we got, that's fucking fire, with some rice. I think that'll be the meal for today. That or maybe we make up some sukis. Yeah, some fucking some chicken tikka. Fucking call it a day. We'll have to fucking see. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow for some chest, for some triceps, and for some hamstrings. Remember, don't skip your cardio and stay consistent. I'll see you guys tomorrow.